Okay. Tell him, don't adjust your computer laptop.
It's Daryl and Ed.
We really do look like this in this episode. We'll explain why in a
Daryl and
minute.
Ed, the best-looking guys on the radio. We all know the funniest things happen when we stop taking ourselves too seriously and step out boldly.
I thought she was going to say when we stop taking our psych meds. For a minute, I thought that's what I was going to say.
Your hosts, Daryl and Ed, are about to administer a refreshing dose of laughter and love that will inspire you to step out boldly and experience the funniest things. Now, here are your hosts, Daryl and Ed.
Welcome to The Funniest Thing.
Yeah.
Where each week we share stories about how stepping out boldly always leads to better than expected outcomes.
Yes, it does.
I'm Daryl.
And I'm Ed.
And we're broadcasting live from middle school studios in downtown Culver City, the heart of Screenland.
Yeah.
And today's episode asks the question,
Go ahead.
what's in your wallet?
That's right. What's in your wallet? There's nothing that can hinder the flow of success and prosperity into our lives when we step out generously. In fact, we receive an unlimited expense account whenever we choose to act as ambassadors of God's love. Now, to shine even more light on this subject, fellow ambassador Sammy Smith shares the wealth by dropping in to read and discuss today's daily word, which is prosperity.
Yes.
And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see, and if you're listening, you'll have to take our word for it. But Daryl has a new hairdo.
Yes, I do.
And I have a very cool new hat.
Yes, you do.
And there's reasons for these things. Why don't you start with your new hairdo? It's very Hollywood rocker.
Yes, it is. I'm actually sporting a brand new style today. It's a very Hollywood 70s rocker. It actually looks more like the rocker after a night out and he doesn't care how the wig is on.
Oh, bloody hell. I don't care which way's the front. Just get me a cab and get me out of here.
Just throws it on his head. Because Lori, my wife, saw me after I went to the barber.
Yes.
And I got a little excited and I was...
You tried the new Barber of Seville.
I tried the new barber of Seville. The good news is I still have my head, but he took off all of my hair.
So Lori insisted he wear that wig.
Because she was worried that the girls aren't going to find me attractive anymore. She said the girls aren't going to find you attractive anymore. You're going to have to wear a wig.
Well, it's fascinating, I'll tell you that, because I could look at that face with that wig for quite some time and get much enjoyment out of it.
And what about that new Panettone cowboy hat?
Well, this new Panettone cowboy hat is a celebration of a video Daryl and I just made about how to really enjoy the Panettone, what is it, fancy Italian cake or something?
Close,
like
traditional Italian cake.
Traditional Italian cake. It's on our YouTube page at Funniest Thing with Daryl and Ed. It's on our Facebook page. It's also on the front page of iItaly. Daryl wrote i-italy.org. You'll see Daryl's a cartoon.
That's right.
And a story about how Daryl learned from actual Italians.
Yeah, Italians, the ones from Italy, not like us.
Yeah, how to actually properly enjoy a panettone Italian cake.
Yeah, which most of us will mistake or assume is like the American fruitcake.
AKA the paperweight.
Yeah, so if you're making that assumption, this will help you break...
Yeah.
Step out boldly.
Yeah.
And give this cake a try like we did, and it's amazing.
Yeah, we made a cool little 5-minute video or 3-minute video.
Not even, it's 2.5 minutes.
2.5-minute video on, man, time flies when you're eating panettone, I'll tell you that.
Speaking about flies, this thing's itching, so I gotta
take that off. Dude, I was very happy yesterday. I was dropping my son off. He decided to go fence with the older kids, and he's been into fencing for about 5 months, and he's really into it. He met an Olympian on Saturday, Daryl Homer. He was actually the top-ranked saber fencer in our country. This guy was the sweetest guy, and he fenced with the kids, and he gave them, feedback. He got pictures and everything. But so Elliot's been stepping out boldly. So yesterday I drove him to the advanced class, like the basically the kids who are already competing.
Right.
He had called and found out that if he wanted to free fence, he could go in that day, which he normally doesn't go in on. We were running super late because of all the holiday traffic, and I pull up at the front, and I could see he's hesitant, and I say, "Oh, just go on in there." And he turned to me, and this is a nice, proud, funniest thing
Moment.
/ father moment. He said, "All right, I guess stepping out boldly always leads to better than expected outcomes." And he climbed out of the car, and he went in, and he learned a lot, and he had a great time, and he was fencing with kids much bigger than him.
But the main thing is he actually used the theme of our show as a tool
Yeah.
to
exactly.
do something that adds more life to his life.
Oh my God, it was amazing. It was so cool.
It's been worth doing our 133 hours of this show just for that moment.
I know, because I was feeling a little nervous. I mean, I was encouraging him, but I was kind of feeling his nerves as well. So it was great that he actually had that to lean back on. So anyway, back to the topic of today's show, which kind of goes right along with that, which is staying in the flow of success and prosperity, living generously.
Wait, I got a great quote.
Yes, let's hear it.
Oh my God. Marlon Brando was studying under a teacher named Stella Adler.
Yes, I
and
know
he
that
was
name.
very insecure.
Yes.
Even up until the end, he was a very insecure guy, even though he was such a great actor. And she would scold him lovingly and say, Marlon, step out. You got to step into life. That withdrawing from life, she said, it's against human nature to withdraw from life. We always need to step out. That's where life is. Stepping out.
And that's when we share generously
You can
of
feel
ourselves, of our love, of our joy. Because once my son stepped through the little fearful part,
Then it's the fuel.
Yeah.
It's like almost like I could feel when I withdrawing. I could feel the restriction. I could feel the cutting off from everything, and
Yes.
then the bad mental habit from that point is to withdraw even more.
and then justify why we're withdrawn.
Yes, find reasons
Yeah.
why it makes perfect sense to withdraw. But I'll tell you, as soon as you step
Yeah.
out, because Stella Adler hit the nail on the head. It's against human nature to withdraw from life.
Yes.
Step forward.
That's
step
so
into
true. And you really have to sometimes step. You got to go, like, we get the inspiration, we get the intuitive urge to move forward, and then all these, these beliefs can come up.
We're going to talk about
that try to
yeah.
cut off the flow. We got some great readings about that. And, because that really is, generosity is sharing on every level, whatever your joy is that you have to bring to the table, and also receiving the good that comes back as a result.
Give it away now.
And we've discovered that we're living it up when we're giving it up.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a few deep breaths here.
These are going to be our breaths.
Oh, by the way, these beautiful shirts, if you're watching on YouTube as well, or if you're listening, you'll hear this. That's me rubbing the shirt. We got these shirts from some fans that were in town. We're going to read more about that in the mailbag section, but we could go ahead and thank the Knight family up in advance. Yeah, thank you, Sherry and Mike and Bryce and Rachel.
And the funniest thing, she was actually a guest on our show.
Yes.
You can listen to that episode.
And they're from Louisville.
So she...
All these different ways of saying Louisville on
But the
shirt.
funniest thing was when Ed and I pulled these out of the gift bag that they came into the P.O. box, the funniest thing P.O. box. We took a quick picture to send to them to thank them. And Sherry Knight even wrote back, funniest thing, those, like the shirts we put on, because they're two totally different shirts and different colors. Mine's black, Ed's is blue. He's got a green design on his. I have a red one on mine.
And the blue one was catching my eye, so I have
and we
that
both
on.
naturally
gravitated
to pick these shirts for ourselves. And she, in her mind, when she purchased them, she said, imagine that this was who they'd be for.
That's right.
I mean, it's amazing. I love how this stuff works.
Me too. And my Irish side of my family, I feel like this has a little Irish in it. So
it's what's it called? The fleur de lis? What's it called?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a New Orleans thing.
It's like the New Orleans Saints, but
yeah,
it has that green. It's green and anyway.
Okay, he's making us move. We got to get to readings. He's giving us the speed it up, guys.
Here
the
we
breaths.
go. We're living it up when we're giving it up.
We're living it up when we're giving it up.
We're living it up when we're giving it up. All right. Let's kick this off with that Emmett Fox reading. Why don't you read that for us?
All right, this is called Increasing Your Dividends, and it's from Around the Year with Emmett Fox.
By the way, if Jeff Comfort ever needs to get on the mic to tell us to keep on moving, we're not against that, are we?
No, we want to hear his voice. Actually, we get lots of mail.
Yeah, he's kind of a Henry Winkler. His voice reminds me a bit of Henry Winkler mixed with Marlon Brando, mixed with...
Huell Hauser.
Huell Hauser, yes.
So this is from Around the Year with Emmett Fox.
Yes.
Increasing your dividends. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And that's
This is great. Okay,
that's from Matthew 25:29.
I have come to love this reading.
Me too. It goes on to say, your experience is the expression, pressing out, of your state of mind or consciousness at any time. When your consciousness is high, everything goes well. When your consciousness is low or limited, everything goes wrong. When trouble comes, the usual thing is to meet it with fear, anger, disappointment, self-pity, or brutal willpower.
Bloody bootsteps.
This naturally lowers the consciousness a good deal more, and things still get worse. From him that hath not much harmony shall be taken away, even that which he hath. Harmony and joy naturally raise your consciousness and your faith in God still higher, so things improve further. Unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. This is a simple statement of natural law. And it means when what we appreciate, when we appreciate what we have more to appreciate. Mm-hmm. When we start cursing the things we don't have,
that's right,
we end up getting more things to curse or less to appreciate.
That's right, because the beliefs that we're talking about here, and the way of looking at things here, we all have. This is the beauty of it, is that we all have equal access to the kingdom. It's all fully present at any moment, at every moment. So it's how much are we aware of how good it is? So usually, like always, when we're in a state of lack, one of the things, when we think we're in a state of lack, when we believe we're don't have enough, it's because for some reason I've gotten into some kind of negative mentality, and the negative mentality is blocking whatever it is.
Well, now it starts picking bigger momentum. Yeah, because now I'm going, no, look, I really don't. How am I ever going to get out of this? Blah, 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 blah. And now I just cut off the supply.
Right. And it's nothing to be afraid of.
No.
Because that's our whole task on this planet, is to always redirect our thinking back into the harmonious flow with what's already real.
Right, with thinking along those lines.
Yeah.
Any thought that lifts you up,
right,
and makes you feel enthusiastic and happy, those thoughts are true. That's why they make you feel that way.
That's right. And this whole way of looking at things, at first it feels like a whole lot of work, because I was not used to intentionally directing my thinking, and I would say, what's the use? It's not going to work, blah, blah, blah. But the more and more I realize what we're doing here, what we're practicing here, the more I realize it's so much less work to realize that the only thing I have to do is get my own thoughts and my own thinking into a cooperative state with this already loving universe.
I was going to say, and this reading you're going to do is great because it talks about expecting the best.
That's right.
And I like the idea, when we expect good things,
yes,
we're in agreement with God. It's not bad to expect good things, and it's not Pollyanna to expect good things.
And it's not foolish or ignorant.
Because if anything, it gets my hopes up.
Right.
It gets my mind in that higher consciousness. My body feels lighter. And then I'm open and aware of opportunities for more good in my life.
And if you go out looking for people who are going to affirm lack and affirm a negative perspective, they're going to be there. But that just means it's been a long time since they've recognized what's really going on in their own life. And so they've forgotten. So it's important because if you look for proof that that things aren't going well, you'll find that as well.
Well, yeah.
But if you start looking for proof of things going well, you'll find that to be true. Very true. Even more true than any lack could ever be.
There's much more harmony than there is disharmony.
That's right. So this was from Ernest Holmes, Science of Mind, page 300. It says, we should approach the law normally and naturally with a sense of ease. There is nothing peculiar or weird about it. It is a natural law working in a normal way and must be thought of in this light. We should come to consider the law and the spirit as friends and think of them as such. In this way, we shall gradually go from good to more good and from peace to greater peace. This is the natural unfoldment of reality through man. We should expect the best and so live that the best may become a part of our experience.
And I'm going to skip, because of time, to this really positive one. We include all these readings on our website on the script page. So, we're not going to cut you out of some of the great readings we had.
Right.
But
well, let me just say briefly that this one, the reading we're skipping, is basically telling us that it's a surprise to find out that a lot of times when good starts to happen, that's when the negative thinking will kick in.
Yeah,
We'll start to doubt.
It's too good to last.
It's not going to last. So it'll actually, I've had this experience that a huge windfall or some kind of a major, amazing manifestation will actually trigger more fear of losing it. I'm not worthy of it. But really, that stuff, we've read in other shows and talked about in other readings, that's all those old negative thoughts coming up to be released.
Blessed and released.
Yes.
So I'm just going to say the last line of that one, since you brought it up. Then rather than focusing on our imagined unworthiness, we can try to be grateful for our bonanza and see it for the gift it is. You deserve whatever good comes your way today. That's the affirmation.
Yes.
And this last one that's so positive, because a lot of times we think, is it really that easy? Just thinking positive and things get better?
We even had told recently we watched a small video of Daryl speaking, and even us had a part of us that was going, who's this idiot saying all this positive stuff? And it was Daryl. It's the same stuff we talk about on this show. So we are not above those kind of thoughts.
And this clears it up. And here it goes. It's from Catherine Ponder. It says, outer steps will come easily. Of course, I do not mean to imply through all these people's experiences that you simply entertain and radiate the mental equivalent of the good desired and then do nothing. Often you will have to take definite external steps as well. But you will discover that by working out the mental concept of the desired good first, the steps will then unfold easily, almost automatically at times, without strained effort on your part. The more you turn your mind in rich directions, the less you seem to have to exert undue human effort to produce results.
Yes.
Work you will, but it will be work as satisfying self-expression rather than work just to survive. Your rich mind power and radiations seem to have a way of going forth and producing right opportunities, events, and circumstances for prosperity and success, so that you almost seem to walk into them without conscious effort. And that is the truth.
Yeah.
So this whole show is what's in your wallet, meaning I need to continue to, my money's not my problem.
That's right.
The problem is my trust in God.
What beliefs are we holding in our wallet? What are the beliefs? What are our thought patterns that are inside of our mental wallet? Because lately, one of the things that morning routine is key. Sit down in the morning, meditate. You got to practice this stuff when nothing's going on at a relaxed time. And one of the things I've been affirming is, Ed, it is okay for you to be a success. It's okay for you to win. It's okay for you to receive the best. Because this is retraining my mind, because I've had beliefs in the past that, just like in that reading that we skimmed over, which is all of a sudden the good's happening, and then all of a sudden part of me's going, I'm not worthy. This isn't okay. So I'm
because I have to suffer. I didn't earn this.
That's right.
I didn't suffer enough to deserve this.
That's right. So a big part of this is retraining our mind. That's what she's talking about. Get your mind straight. Imagine what you desire. Imagine how you desire to feel ahead of time, and then go through your day and watch what happens.
Well, two things I want to end this segment with. One is, lately I've been using this affirmation, and it makes me feel so good, and that's, now I stand on holy ground and great things happen all around.
Yes.
And the other one was, years ago when I was feeling lackworthy, someone said to me, and I'm not sure if it was Mike Dugan or Mike Urton, but they said, well, how would you feel if you found out you won $1 million lottery right now? How does that feel? And I go, oh my God, it feels great. He goes, then hold on to that.
Yes.
And that's exactly what Jesus said.
Yes.
Feel the feeling. Thank God for it before you've already received it. Feel like $1 million, and your prosperity will take care of itself.
Yeah.
You'll never be without. I have never been without.
Joy and generosity are the things that open
Yes,
so many
yes.
doors. It's amazing.
Jobs have come and gone.
Yeah.
Homes have come and gone. I've never been without.
All right. Coming up next, fellow ambassador Sammy Smith shares the wealth by dropping in to read and discuss today's daily word, which is prosperity. Thank you for listening to Funniest Thing on Unity Online Radio.
Oh, he came alive.
Where's my...
I'm gone.
What is called?
You're going to get what?
We'll sip off my U-band.
Okay, he's going to see if he can get Sammy on.
Nice. What's the guy's name I'm putting on?
Oh, shoot. I forgot we were on TV and Jeff Comfort just burped. Sammy Smith?
I like the Skype name.
Oh, God.
Never mind.
Did you find it? We had him on before.
Yep, I got it. We're good. Thank you.
I can't believe Jeff
We're
Comfort.
here.
Hey, can you turn on the camera? Jeff Comfort just made it look like
That's a lie.
he used ventriloquism to make it look like I burped on the YouTube video.
That's a lie.
Hey, I've got my camera. The light is green on here.
Do you see? Yeah, but do you see underneath the bar? There's a little icon of a camera on the left underneath your head, underneath our head. If you scroll on there, and it'll have. If you scroll over the movie area of the Skype, you'll see a little camera on the left with a red line through it. Press on that,
It's funny. It's
or just press on the camera anyway. There.
the camera is not there. It was there a moment ago, and then it said click here to stop it, and so I did not click on it, and now it's gone.
Do you see the microphone, the plus sign, and a red hang up?
Yep. I see the microphone. It says mute your microphone, add, send, and share, and hang up.
And no.
You want to end this and then try it again? I'll click, see if the camera reappears, or
Yeah, I don't
What
know
do you-
why it
what
disappeared.
do
You can. Oh wait, you can see us, right?
I'm accepting
Oh.
the video,
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
but
now-
it doesn't. How do I show up? Do I show up to you?
No. Do you see us?
I see you, yeah. In
Wonderful.
living color. I love that hat, Ed.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Man, we never get to see this masked man.
This is crazy. I don't know. I use Skype every week.
Do you
I don't know
ever
why
see?
The good news is your voice is crystal clear, and that's what all the listeners and even the viewers on YouTube will be hearing your voice, so we're good.
Why did you think that he was the same? Because his voice sounded like Charlie from Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
John, what was that guy's name?
Was he the same guy that was the butler on
Dynasty.
Heart to Heart?
No, he was Dynasty. He was the father, Carrington.
Ah, yes.
What was that guy? Forsythe.
John Forsythe.
Yes, that actually Ed assumed you were a 70-year-old man because you had the John Forsythe voice.
Yes.
And I said, no, he's younger than me. And Ed's still not convinced. And now that we can't
Well, he
see
has
him.
such a classic voice. It's amazing.
Classic radio voice.
Classic radio voice. All right. What are we going to do? We're going to go on to the next segment? Or
What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah, what?
You have any
What?
video suggestions, or we?
No, we don't need it.
I could,
Nah.
I've got my phone. I can.
Nah,
probably-
Nah, this is fine.
You sound so good. That's what
yeah, we
want.
don't want to ruin it. Sounds more important anyway.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, here we go.
All right.
We're ready. All right.
Oh, boy.
You're listening to Funniest Thing with Daryl and Ed, the best looking guys on the radio. If you have a question
What do
or
you got?
comment about today's show, or if you'd like to join in the discussion, friend us on Facebook at Funniest Thing with Daryl and Ed, or email us at funniestthing@unityonlineradio.org. Now, back to Funniest Thing.
All right. Welcome back to Funniest Thing. And today's question is, what's in your wallet?
Man, you say that just like the commercial.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
This is listener thank you time.
This
Speaking of
is
thank you.
listener thank you time.
And we do love our listeners. We appreciate everything you send us. We appreciate you listening.
If you ever want any questions answered, or you ever want to come on the show to read the Daily Word,
Yes, yeah.
anything you want, we have a lot of different ways you can reach us. Go to DarylandEd.com. You can connect with us there. Go to our Funniest Thing with Daryl and Ed Facebook fan page. You can connect with us there. Anything else? Oh,
yeah, you can go to
Funniest Thing at unityonlineradio.org.
Well, yeah, but there's the best. They could send us an actual
Oh, my
card at the
goodness.
P.O. Box.
How could I forget the P.O. Box, which is where we got these wonderful shirts. Funniest Thing, P.O. Box 1312, Culver City, California, 90232. I mean, just today, before the show, we walked down there just on a hunch and we pulled this out. This plain, kind of unmarked bag, unmarked bag.
It's holding it up for the viewers on YouTube.
Yeah,
but
from AS Enterprises, and pulled it out. And
it was
much
anonymous.
To our surprise, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see what it is. There's a little bag of some brown gravy-like substance. It's
it feels
sticky
like
brown
clay.
gravy.
Feels more like clay than gravy.
True.
And in the Ziploc bag, there's a piece of paper that says,
"You have been pooped on. Want to know by whom? Turn over." So there's like a business card stuck to this brown mass.
So you have to open up the baggie to get in there.
Which, of course, I was kind of stupid enough to do.
I can't believe Eddie opened it up.
And
I
on the
moved away.
I know. So I kind of brushed away the smell and peeled back the card. And of course on the back it says, "We'll never tell." And it's the picture of a cow.
Wow.
I have a feeling
this came
Coxswain.
the guy who sent us the bag of dicks.
Yeah, maybe he has something.
Well, we
to do
we love you, even if you send
yeah,
us poo. I mean,
bag
we're
of
happy
dicks,
to
a bag of poop, whatever it is.
We're so grateful that we're happy when we see the little the menus for the Thai restaurant down the street in our mailbox.
Right. So thank you, whoever
and
sent us that.
And one quick miracle text we got, Ed, during the show, during the break.
From fan.
You were just talking about the hat in our video that's on the...
How to really enjoy panettone, traditional Italian cake.
That's right. Janine Koloje Katakovich just posted this. Wait, really? Because she just watched the video, just this moment. It says, I was shopping yesterday. Or she watched it yesterday. She did this yesterday and then saw the video. I was shopping yesterday and this elderly woman in a wheelchair turns to me and says, "Do you see that cake on the top shelf?" Being tall, I replied, "Yes, I do. Would you like me to get one for you?" She said, "No, thanks, but I just came from Walgreens and they are on sale today for just $3.99. I politely smiled and thanked her, all the while thinking, who on earth would eat that? It was the exact cake. Now that I've watched the video, I'm picking one up to try it. On sale or not. Thanks, you two little elves.
Oh, thank you. And she's referring to the elf hats that we wore.
Oh, that's right. And the fact that most of us assume these cakes are terrible because they come in a commercial type box and they're only available during the holidays. And we show in our video that that's actually contempt prior to investigation because once you know the secret of eating these cakes,
they're delicious.
Oh my God.
All right, let's take a moment to thank the man who makes us sound so sweet. Chief Engineer Jeff Comfort, because each week he takes us right into the comfort zone.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
Whoa, it's picking up. He's getting better at flying that thing.
You're not kidding. Let's give a shout out to the prayer line, 800-NOW-PRAY or 800-669-7729. They've been around for 125 years.
Yeah, and if you're feeling alone and you're
all
on your
alone, whatever,
flesh and bone, by the telephone, pick up the receiver, they'll make you a believer. Yeah.
And there's an app that they have out called the You Pray app, the letter U, the word pray. It's a free app. You can send in your prayers or press one button to call in. And if you're feeling fearful or stingy or closed off, you call them. They will help you get back in the flow. And Daryl has something exciting coming up.
Well, because we said on our first segment, the quote by Stella Adler.
Yes.
That to withdraw is against human nature.
Yes.
But a lot of times when it comes to prayer and it comes to like asking for joint prayer, like with the prayer line.
Yeah.
I could even feel myself, no, I don't really need to do that.
Yeah, well, that
But-
goes for anything good.
But the great news is, once you, like we talked about Elliot's experience,
Yes.
and our, once we step towards the light, step up and out, and I make that call or I send
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
prayer
yeah.
text that you pray, the healing flow of life, it's instantaneous. I already start to feel and believe and become convinced that things are going to work out perfectly, better than expected.
Yes, because in truth, they're doing their best to do just that at every moment, and so it's that's the thing with our minds. Is our mind can actually think against our nature. Our nature is health, wealth, abundance, joy, friendship, everything working out, and yet sometimes our mind gets derailed and gets all caught up. And the prayer line and the You Pray app, it's amazing how quickly. This is the thing I love about our show and about everything that we practice and talk about. We're not talking about some long-term suffering plan. We're talking about how can we get back in the flow now, or as close to now as possible. We don't have to do all this work and become some different person. We just have to remember who we truly are and what's real. Give thanks, right? And go about living joyfully and just see what happens.
And it always works.
It really does.
And another great tool that we both love and use and rely on all the time is the
Yes.
daily word.
Yes!
And it's not just for little old ladies. Go, granny, go, granny, go, granny, go.
Yeah.
Speaking,
And I can think of no better person to have on to read today's daily word than.
Sammy Smith.
And how did we find out about Sammy Smith? That's why he's so perfect.
Sammy Smith actually was a contributor to the Daily Word a few issues back.
Smokes.
And I was,
This is like having a Playboy bunny on the air.
I know. I was compelled. You got to tread lightly on the additional stories that
Yes.
they sometimes
Yeah,
add.
it could be a mixed bag. I'll
It could
give
be
you
a
that.
mixed bag because you never know who it could be.
Yeah.
But all the meditations are awesome.
Yes.
But for some reason, I felt compelled to read this one, and you could just read that story. He's going to remind us the title of it and the issue it was in when he gets on here, so our listeners can dig it up.
Yeah.
But I identified strongly because you could tell he actually lives it and applies it,
Yes.
and he's been reading it since he was young, for 30 years now, just like myself.
Yes.
So I said, I got to find this guy.
So this is his second time on this show. Welcome, Sammy Smith.
Thank you, Ed. Great to be here.
Oh my gosh, we are happy to have you, sir.
What was
Make
that?
me smile. I'm glad I have access to the video to see you guys, and that lovely hat you're wearing, Ed, is fantastic.
Oh, thank you, sir. It came together perfectly.
Look how happy it made Eddie.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Let us, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, what was the month that you wrote the story and the title of the story? It slips my mind.
Oh, okay. It was in the September-October issue, and the name of the article is Prayer, a Direct Connection.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes, and it's a wonderful story. I suggest if you could dig it up, if you have that issue at home and you haven't read it, give it a try. I'm sure you'll like it.
Yes, I agree. Prayer really is the direct connection.
And that's what you're just talking about.
I know.
Instead of a long-winded connection.
Right. I was just read Emmett Fox talking about how prayer is everything, basically. It's
Yes.
like the whole key to all of this is prayer, because that's what we do to get our mind in sync with the divine flow.
Yes, it is.
Yep, that's absolutely true. Pray without ceasing is what Paul said. It's
Yes.
a continuous process.
Shall we get the daily word underway here?
Yes.
Absolutely. The word for today is prosperity. And the affirmation is, God is my all. I am grateful and abundantly blessed. My prosperity does not depend upon a person or a thing. My feeling of fulfillment comes from my awareness of spirit and recognizing the many blessings I receive. My appreciation for those blessings grows when I take time to give thanks for all that I have and will receive. Prosperity comes to me in many forms: family, friends, joy, health, and so much more. While the contents of a wallet or purse may be a reflection of finances, my true prosperity comes from spirit. If I should have a financial concern, I turn within and give thanks in advance. that Spirit is opening the way to new and creative avenues for my finances to flow. Today and every day, I affirm I am abundantly blessed. And the Bible message is from Jeremiah 33:6. I will heal them and reveal to them abundance of prosperity and security.
That is good.
What's great is having someone else read it. Thank you so much, because
I agree.
I read that thing once, twice,
3 times a lady.
3 times, yeah. And hearing someone else's voice other than my own voice in my mind or my own voice audibly, for some reason I get more. I see things in there that I didn't notice before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true. When you hear somebody else read it, or when you sit down and you kind of skim through it, and your eye lands on a sentence or a phrase that jumps out at you,
Yes.
and
Yes.
it's something you can just kind of turn over in your mind, kind of like a spiritual lozenge.
Yeah.
It definitely lends to the when 2 or more are gathered mentality. Because it's funny you say that, because lately we have a good friend, Reverend Kenneth Gray, at the Center for Spiritual Living in Inglewood. And when I need a boost sometimes, and it feels like my own voice isn't cutting it, I'll hear his voice affirming that there's one mind, that
Yeah.
all things are working on my behalf. When for some reason, just switching over to hearing him say it, I think it takes something about, oh yeah, it's out there. It's not just something I'm trying to make happen, or it's like
Right.
it's real,
Yes,
and
I hear what you
sometimes
mean.
there's
Yeah.
something about that. So I agree.
And you connect the affirmation for today. God is my all. It's a very simple phrase. God is my all. I'm grateful and abundantly blessed. But God is my all. That goes back to the Sermon on the Mount
Yes.
with Matthew 6:33. Seek first the kingdom of God
Yes.
and God's righteousness, and all of these things will be added unto you.
I can't believe you are bringing that up. I've been writing that down, that actual Bible verse over and over. Look,
Oh, that's great.
seek ye first the
Yes.
kingdom. And meaning, like, if I put that first, like any time I may be feeling something's got, like, that's why I'll repeat what Mike Dugan would often say to me when I'm worried about finance. He goes, Daryl, money is not your problem. And what he means is get back in agreement with God. Seek the King. Get back to just doing what you know to do to raise your consciousness.
Yes.
Get back on the beam. That's what's going on here. You're off the beam. You're losing. Your perspective is off. And it actually is such a relief to hear that, because you know what? I choose to believe that. Meaning it appeals to me. Meaning it seems so much easier than trying to figure out, where am I going to get the money? Like, okay, I'm not going to try to do that. I'm just going to go back to choosing to believe that what Mike is saying is true, just because it seems simpler. And the truth is, it works.
It
It
certainly
always
does.
does. I'll just get back to that positive perspective. And then it's like, well, the money will come when we need it. And if I have to use credit cards in the moment, well, thank God I have these credit cards.
Yes.
And I start becoming grateful for the things that I thought
Yes.
would cause more of a problem. And sure enough, another opportunity comes up, a windfall. I was thinking about this a lot lately because I had some money concerns. And just in the mail, after doing that little saying I said in the first half, which is, now I stand on holy ground and great things happen all around.
Yes.
I ended up getting a gift card from Time Warner Cable, of all places,
Yeah.
for $150.
There it is.
So I just go, well, signs of land.
That's right. That's right.
That's a great phrase. Money is not my problem.
Yes,
Is not the problem.
it is not.
But our minds start racing around and kind of magnifying, exaggerating things that are minor problems, insignificant, that would just go away on their own, but we decide to feed and water them and tend them until they get bigger and bigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you focus on God, seek first the kingdom of God God is my all, as the Daily Word says, then you can get quiet. And that's another great verse that I've referred to many times. In quietness and confidence shall be your strength.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just get quiet and trust, and then there's your strength.
Yeah.
And it's I like the seeking first the kingdom, and then all these things shall be added. It's such when I hear it in the like the sort of the metaphysical perspective, that once I realign and reharmonize with the kingdom, everything is automatic. I'm automatically one with everything. It's added to my awareness that I am already connected to everything, and it opens up so many channels. And then the other thing I was thinking, the good news is, even if we magnify our problems to the nth degree, even that eventually leads us to realize that it's a futile effort, and that even brings us back to the kingdom in the end, because then we realize through the long way and the contrasting way what's real, which is the kingdom.
Yes, because eventually we surrender.
Exactly.
And that's why now this is what experience with living with these principles does. The one advantage it does, it gives me the option now to choose to surrender, to go back to the kingdom, to seek ye first the kingdom as soon as I want.
That's right.
I could keep in this, and it almost becomes laughable now. And since me and my wife are together on this stuff, if she hears me grumbling, she'll even say a comment that yeah, you're right. It's like I'm being silly to even grumble.
Yes.
Like I'm able to let go sooner than later.
Yes.
Plus, we have good friends, because when you start applying this stuff, you end up attracting people like you, Sammy, like Edward, like Mike Dugan, like my wife. So
all of our fans, this radio show.
Yeah, and they don't let you stay in the negative, stinking thinking for too long.
That's right.
They'll give you a good kick up the stairs.
That's right.
Well, our self-doubt is just that. It's just doubting yourselves, and we think, well, what if I make a mistake? But the interesting thing is that even if we make what we think is a mistake, it's going to turn out right if you're following the I was so excited when I discovered this as a teenager. All things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to God's purpose. Romans 8:28. All things work together. So even your mistakes are working together for good.
That has brought me so much relief, that even my worst mistakes have adjusted me by learning through the process, not denying my mistake, or I'm not just saying justifying it in a negative way or blowing it up, but from learning from it, I could let go of this excessive guilt.
Yes.
And it brings me to a higher place.
Oh my God, yes it does.
We wouldn't be here today doing what we're doing right now if it wasn't for every seeming mistake we made and every seeming success we had.
That's right.
It all got us right here, right now, to this moment, and this is a wonderful moment.
Right. That's right. All right. Well, it's time for us to go to break. Sammy, thank you so much for coming on today, sharing your insight, reading the Daily Word, and we just love having you.
Yeah, we do. And let's stay in touch.
You are welcome. Absolutely. It's great to be here. Thanks for making people smile.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. So coming up after the break, we'll have a joke of the day, listener mailbag, and more. So thank you for listening to Funniest Thing on Unity Online Radio.
Take 8.
You know what's great about this episode today is I really don't remember anything we were talking about, but I feel really good and confident now. So a lot of times, Sammy, we don't know what we've done during the show, but it was like going to church for us. So thank you so much, because I feel really confident now about everything in my life.
Oh my God, me too.
And I don't even know if we were able to share that properly. And I even got like a panicked text came in during that point. That's why I went, a text came in.
Oh, from your tenant?
Yeah, let's see. But it's nothing. I wanted to get... okay.
And he's saying it looks great.
Yeah, he wants me to find, though, the other paint.
Cool. All right.
All right.
We're going on, Sammy.
You're sure
Thank you.
welcome. Fantastic. You guys have a great
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
God bless you and happy Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
God bless
take
you.
care. We love you.
You too, Daryl.
All right.
All right. All right. People in YouTube land got a little bit of meditative quiet to digest that last segment.
Yes. I'm not going to look at this.
No. It's
Bless it.
Yeah, bless
Let it
it.
go.
We'll be off the air in short matter of time.
But I got to
here.
take care of it now because I don't trust.
That's right, because that stuff's serious and important.
See, this is good because even during our show, we have to practice these principles. And
You're not
speaking of
kidding.
practicing these principles, he's playing some serious disco. All right.
Yeah.
We now return to the funniest thing. Here are your hosts, Daryl and Ed, the best looking guys on the radio.
What's in your wallet? That's today's topic. Thank you
Yes.
for lasting to the third leg of the show.
Leg.
The last leg of the show.
Yes.
All our readings, if you're tuning in later, if you just discovered Unity Online Radio, you can
Yes.
go to our website, which is darylned.com, and you can easily connect to us through iTunes or listen to the archived edition or watch the YouTube or find all the readings that we read from today, all in one spot on that website, darylned.com.
Yes, and I pulled up this reading the other day. I have this book, 365 Science of Mind. It's a daily reader, Ernest Holmes. It was from November 20th. He said, and it's called Success. Actually, it was Rod Schweitzer who recommended this book.
Yes.
And it said, they that seek the Lord shall not want any good, which is exactly what we were
We've been
just
talking about.
So that's perfect. And and this is a good. I just took one paragraph.
I gotta say one thing. For a long time, I thought those that seek the Lord shall not want any good thing. I didn't know that. I thought it meant, so that means I'm just gonna be like a hermit who doesn't want anything good anymore.
Oh my gosh, no, it means want for. I'm glad you're
That's
pointing
right.
that out.
Because for a long time, I didn't understand what these words meant as a
Yeah.
kid. And I was like, I don't want any of that.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And
it
it means
kinda-
we're not going to want for any
Yeah.
good thing because so much good comes to us.
Yeah, it means we won't lack of anything. We'll
That's
have
right.
everything we need right when we need it.
And a great little affirmative paragraph here. Today I expect every good thing to come to me. Everything that is worthy of the soul I anticipate. Everything that belongs to the spirit I accept. Everything that partakes of the nature of the divine reality I claim as my own. Today I identify myself with abundance and success. I know that my destiny is divine, that my destination is certain, that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. I know that this kingdom contains everything that is necessary to my well-being. In gratitude and with joy, I receive this kingdom into myself.
Expect the best, and you're in agreement with God.
This brings up about, remember our last trip to Unity Village?
Are you going to tell him about
I'm gonna
that?
tell him, why not?
Okay, this is good because it's about lack and affirming. And
That's right.
yeah.
So anyway, on our last trip to Unity Village, Daryl and Ed bumped into Jeff Comfort in the cafeteria. Comfort looked sad and almost on the verge of tears. Ed asked, Comfort, what's going on? How come you're looking like such a sad sack?
I remember this because then Comfort said, let me tell you, 3 weeks ago an uncle died and left me $50,000.
Well, that's not bad at all, Daryl shouted.
Hold on, I'm just getting started. 2 weeks ago, a cousin I never knew kicked a bucket and left me $95,000 tax-free to boot.
Daryl and Ed were in shock at this point. Well, that's great. We'd love that.
Comfort continued. Last week, my grandfather passed away and I inherited almost $1 million.
Well, at this point, Daryl and Ed were truly in shock, and finally Ed asked, so why are you so glum?
Jeff Comfort shrugged his shoulders and said, well, all I got in the mail this week was a bag of dicks from you guys. And we're referring to the gummy English dicks we
Yeah.
received in the mail.
Of course.
Oh,
what
wait,
else were
there's
we talking about?
Gabby, the postal pit bull.
go.
Yay!
All right.
Gabby, what do you got for us? What do you
Our
got there,
first
Ed?
piece of mail we mentioned in the first segment is from the Knight family in Louisville, Kentucky. We came with these beautiful shirts we're wearing. You can see them on the YouTube episode. It says, "Hi guys, here are the shirts we promised to send you from our hometown. Hope you enjoy them as much as we enjoyed our time with you. Louisville is a wonderful city. You should visit sometime. Have an amazing week. Love and blessings, Sherry and Mike." And the card says, "You have a wonderful way of making the world around you a happier place for everyone."
Wow!
Thank
you
you.
so much.
We got a little a short one here from Laguna Beach. Who's
Oh,
that from?
that is from Stephanie Tina Havelka.
What did she
Laguna
say?
Beach, California.
Yes.
What's it called? The Riviera of the West
Southern
Coast?
California.
Yeah,
or
there you
something.
go.
Yeah.
I just listened to last week's episode. The energy is infectious. Love you guys.
Well, thank you. We love you too.
We got to get her back on the show.
Why don't you read this next one as well? Because we posted a great cartoon that Daryl found. Why don't you tell them what
Actually,
that
this is it was a poster from 1950.
I'll read the text since it's hard
Yeah,
for you. It's
it was
so
put
small.
it was put in public schools, and we even got book covers that matched
Yes.
it. And it's Superman talking to a group of kids of all races. What's he
And
have to
because
say?
a lot of people think these beliefs and these ways of looking at things are so new.
They're not new.
This is from the 50s. It says, "And remember," this is Superman saying to a group of children or young people, "And remember, boys and girls, your school, like our country, is made up of Americans of many different races, religions, and national origins. So, if you hear anybody talk against a schoolmate or anyone else because of his religion, race, or national origin, don't wait. Tell them that kind of talk is un-American." And it says, "Help keep your school all American."
Meaning all American
Yeah.
means we're all included.
Yes. And what did Doug Belinsky say?
Doug
there?
Belinsky, who I must say is someone I grew up with, father.
Wonderful.
Who I really appreciate him, and he was always kind to me. And he's from Port Orange, Florida.
Yes.
And he wrote this: "Those were the good old days before political correctness and safe zones. Happy days and team spirit, the glue that made us stick together as a common people. I think we can rekindle that spirit. Let's hope it is not by another world war."
That's right. I love that.
And I like that because it means we could choose to just jump right back into this.
Yes,
We don't need to,
exactly.
just like we said in the last segment.
Yes.
Like me as an individual, us as a collective group, we don't have to wait till it gets so bad
That's right.
that we finally start choosing to believe in the good and loving one another.
That's
Let's
right.
choose to do it as sooner than later.
That's right. And we got another piece of mail just today.
Oh.
Kathy Quinn from Culver City, California, posted on her Facebook page. "Heard this on Funniest Thing with Daryl and Ed a few weeks ago, and it really resonated with me. Thanks, Jen." And it was a quote from Jen Henry. She said, on our episode, "Love is the Prescription," if you want to listen to it, she said, "Praise yourself into well-being."
And that's the truth. Praise is an amazing elixir.
It is. It brings out the best in ourselves. We need to spend more time praising ourselves in the morning when we first wake up. That's what helps us
Yes.
get back into the kingdom.
Let's go crazy.
Let's go crazy.
Praise your outfit, praise your car,
Right.
praise the computer, praise Jeff Comfort, praise your
Yes.
animals.
Praise everyone you're going to meet that day. Praise your finances.
Oh, yeah.
Praise, praise, praise. And this episode,
Uh-oh.
dude, this just has me feeling high as a kite, or one might say high as a starship.
Whoa!
So, let the world around us just fall apart. Daryl, we can make it if we're heart to heart. And we can build our dreams together, standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. And if this world run out of lovers, we still have Jeff Comfort. Oh,
Nothing.
and if this world runs out of lovers, we'll still have Jeff Comfort. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Woo!
Visit DarylNed.com to find easy links to everything we do, including the Funniest Thing podcast on iTunes.
Sammy Smith!
You'll see our YouTube page, our Twitter feed at Daryl and Ed, and find the Funniest Thing fan page on
Jeff
Facebook
Comfort!
and like it. We're always posting positive things
Mr.
on
French!
there, like the Panettone cake video. Also, you can write to us at
Gabby!
Funniest Thing, P.O. Box 1312, Culver City, California, 90232. And as always, thank you for being a part of Funniest Thing with Daryl and Ed on Unity Online Radio. We'll still have Jeff Comfort. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Woo! Yeah. Oh, that was serious rock.